My name is Daniel Martin, and I'm 16 years old.
All right.
Some talents I some talents I think I have are basketball. From a young age, I put my heart and soul into the game. Not necessarily being better than my competition, but being consistent and giving my all in every situation, whether that be practice, whether that be my relationship with my family that come to my games to support me, my coaches that help me get better every single day, or God that is the ultimate guider of my journey. Some struggles I've had to overcome in high school are definitely things that involve being financially unstable. With my parents being divorced for around 10 years now, it's definitely evident that my mom's been struggling. With this, being a single parent, working for the VA right now, she used to work at Walgreens. We literally had barely any sorts of income. She used to give us, me and my sister each, $10 to go down to the gas station and get our dinner for the night because we didn't have any other source of food, so we really had to ration that. I remember I used to get a Dr Pepper and a cosmic brownie, and it was so unhealthy, but that's all that I could get with that. And I would get like a hot dog from Sheetz. So it was really a time in my life where I had to reflect. I was really thinking to myself. I was like, are we gonna get through this? Are we gonna be okay? And then around August 2024, my grandparents reached out and they said, hey, are you guys struggling? Like, do you need financial assistance? Because my dad, he has long out the picture, and we don't have that financial stability that we normally would have when he was in my life. So my grandparents reach out and they're like, you guys can come move in with us. We don't have a lot of room, but we're gonna make some. So for a while in my freshman year, I slept on the couch. I actually didn't have a pillow, only had a blanket. So and I would wake up, and we had it was a nice house. But we just didn't have anything to bring with us when we left the old house. So for a while, I had basically nothing. And then that year for Christmas, I got the things that I asked for, the things I'd been wanting for a long time when we were financially unstable. And then I kept building upon that. I kept growing not only as a person but with my family. And it's a couple like once a week I just reflect on how far I've came, financially, emotionally, and now I'm able to live like a normal person. I'm just forever grateful to have that experience. I balance everything by, at the end of the day, maintaining like a consistent relationship with God, and being consistent in prayer, and just waking up and appreciating the little things sometimes, because 2 years ago I didn't have anything really, and even in that situation there's things to be grateful for. But now I'm in a whole different situation. I had like 5 T-shirts when we were really poor, and now I have a whole wardrobe of clothes. I'm just forever grateful for that experience and opportunity, and to look how far I've came. And now in freshman year, I didn't care about school, and that was my one of my biggest issues. I was almost failing, and my mom really had to have a serious talk with me. She was like, "We just made it out the house. We're in a better situation now. The least you can do is get your grades up." And I was like, "You know what? You're right, mom." And that's what I did. And ever since that day, I've dedicated myself more to school, and I really started being myself at school, and finding people around me that share similar like traits and ideas, and especially goals too. So that helped me grow a lot as a person. At one point in my life, there actually multiple occasions. There's been a time where I feel like nobody's truly understood me, especially the adults in my family. I'm coming home, like, I know my mom's been through a lot, but she'll tell me I'm being like ridiculous about emotional issues that I have with like friends and like relationships and people at my school. Because she wants me to succeed, and I understand that, but she's also not me. She's not taking my perspective, from things half the time. So it's really hard for her. And now I live with my grandparents, for them to get me too, because they're in a completely different situation. They're retired, so it's really like, I'm grateful for the opportunity that they gave us, but also like taking my perspective from an emotional standpoint. It's pretty hard to do. I have a million thoughts racing through my head, a lot of times, and that's where prayer becomes a factor for me, because I have to give that all to God. It gets too overwhelming. I'll have times where I'll break down with everything in my head that's surrounding things, and I get really emotional. So it really is healthy for me to talk to people and keep those relationships, even if they don't always understand where I'm coming from. Yes, I would say, not only basketball has helped me overcome those challenges, but also, 3 summers ago, in the summer of 2023, when I went to my dad's for the summer in Wyoming, I started rock climbing. And for me, I initially I thought it was ridiculous. I was scared, and then in July of that summer, I led my first route, um, and I got to the top, and I was so excited. I fell like 4 or 5 different times on that route, and I was all beat up. My dad kept pushing me, and I thought it was really unhealthy. But after I got to the top, I saw how much it meant. And I came down from the route because he was belaying me, so like feeding me the rope and making sure I was safe and everything. So I came down and I gave him a hug, and for the first time in a long time, I actually felt that connection with my dad again. So things like rock climbing can really bring somebody together, and that's kind of what sparked that relationship with my dad again after being away from him for so long. Along with basketball too, I'll mention that. Just my relationship with my coaches a lot. I've had bad coaches in the past, and for me to have that ability to find somebody I can truly connect with in that sport just means the world, because it opens up so many doorways and opportunities that I can become not only a better player but a better person as a whole. Problems I faced in my personal life really shaped me as a person by giving me that adversity. And I used to hate that word, but I love the idea of adversity because you can't grow without facing something that you never thought you could overcome. So whether that be being financially unstable or getting cut from my basketball team and then pursuing that goal even after the fact, or my parents being divorced, or like losing the spark in my relationship with my dad, and really feeling like I don't have one half of my family because they're all the way across the country. So it really just like a combination of things, or being in a relationship in freshman year and getting my heart broken that same summer, and just really like I had to sit down with myself and I had to ask myself, what do I want? And that's like really what put things into perspective and put things into place. And now I have a consistent routine. I wake up and make my bed every single morning. I used to not want to do that at all. I pray. I used to only pray once a day, and I told myself I would. But now I do it like for people all the time. I try to. I love everyone around me. I seriously do, and I want the best for everyone around me, regardless of what they think of me. So, having those balances, like I work out 4 or 5 times a week now. I do a 2 minute plank every night before bed to help like clear my mind and center me. So I just building those routines and habits that shaped me as a person emotionally and physically now, through all the adversity I've gone through in my life is just really special. And that's what matters the most to me after it all.